So anyways, so today's blog topic is the success disclaimer. And so let me just kind of put a disclaimer out there before the disclaimer. When I kind of go on with my blog or in my stories, like these are real life examples. Like this is my life. All of these things are completely 100% my opinion. About 50 to 60% of them are backed by facts. So a lot of things that you'll hear may be a little biased. I am an entrepreneur, so a lot of the outlooks that I have on life are very entrepreneurial. Not to say that I think that having a job is terrible, because absolutely not. I wouldn't be where I am had it not been for my experiences with my internships and my careers and the people that I met. But obviously there are going to be some skewed opinions. A lot of the things that you'll hear me talk about, I'll pretty much be using the same examples, which are just how I applied them to my business. So you'll hear a lot of examples that have to do with It Works, or a lot of examples that have to do with Girl Talk, or even the Lip Bar, which is, a company that my friend started, but that I kind of helped launch, and it really was my first taste of entrepreneurship almost 3 years ago. So a lot of the things that I learned out the gate was through that platform or through that company. And so, a lot of my examples and things that I will be sharing will be my personal journey. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So it's about almost 1 o'clock. I'm in Atlanta. It's completely just like nighttime, and I think that this kind of is a good transition into what I want to talk about in terms of the success disclaimer. So let's just kind of take a step back. Earl Nightingale, who is from like the 1930s, he has this video called The Strangest Secret, and I recommend that everyone go and listen to it. But he actually defines success as the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. I'm just going to repeat that. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So basically, if someone sets a definite goal for what they want to be, and they make moves and take action towards becoming that person and reaching that goal, that's how they define success. So if one decides in his mind that he wants to be a teacher, or he wants to be a banker, or he wants to be a farmer, and he becomes that, that is the definition of success, right? So I'm not here in my blog to determine or to define what success means to you. That's what you're here to figure out, but I think that we can all agree in just a standard definition for what success is, right? And it's just progressively going in the direction of your ultimate goal. I will say that I 100% firmly agree that there is only one secret to success. And I kind of posted this on Facebook the other day, and I really didn't see any of the answers, which I thought was so, I think that all the answers were cool. But really the secret to success is just simply that, a man becomes what he thinks about, or in this case, a woman becomes what she thinks about. And it's just that simple. Right? So a lot of the things that you'll see on my blog are just different tactics into how you can really tune into your thoughts. And the reality of it is it's really hard. Me and my spouse talk about it all the time, and just really taking full control of your thoughts, knowing that they control every single thing in your life, is a really hard thing to do. But, with repetition and consistency, it's something that's very doable. So through further posts and further exercises and readings that I'll suggest, I think that you will walk away really knowing how to control your thoughts. I just also want to go on and say that, I've been an entrepreneur for almost 3 years now. We LLC'd our company back in 2011, and I've been doing it for almost a year full time. And so, one of the things that I think is very, very important is that, we kind of know the secret to success, but a lot of times there are secrets about success that, are not really brought to the forefront. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when you think about the most successful person you know or the wealthiest person that you know, right? You may not even really know about them until they become successful. When you look on TV, you might get lucky if you catch an episode of Unplugged and see, where someone came from. But a lot of times we really don't see a person until they're successful, and then we get their story, right? But I think that my purpose really with this blog, and even as an entrepreneur, being in the field, grinding, not reaching my definite goal yet, but getting there day by day, is that I just want to be able to show people what it looks like. What does it look like getting to success? I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be very successful at achieving everything that I want to, but I think that it's very vital that we set some type of standard or some type of expectation for what it's going to take to be successful, right? You see right now it's 1 a.m. and I'm like filming a blog, and I've literally been up since 6 this morning, right? I barely ate. And so it's things like that people don't necessarily, you hear about it, but you really don't know. You really don't know. And so that's kind of what I want to expose. It's just like the day in the life. What are just things that happen to regular entrepreneurs, that you can even avoid if you know them. A lot of times the biggest mistake that small businesses make is that they go out and they spend way too much money way too soon when they get a little taste of success. And I can attest to that. I saved a lot of money, and we bootstrapped our company, and it was almost like just because we had the money in the bank, we were just outspending it. And we look back now, and half of the stuff that we spent it on wasn't value added, right? But it's important that we touch on these things, because a lot of times when you get successful, you become so far removed from the basic needs of someone that wants to get where you are, and that you can't fully explain to them what they need to do, right? You're kind of giving them, like when I talk to very successful people, they give me very high level things, and it's apparent to me that just even the basic stuff where you're just kind of just left like, I don't understand, but how do you do that? And you're saying to live my dream and to follow my passion, but how do I even figure out what my passion is? Like the most simplest form of getting towards success, successful people sometimes don't even remember that phase because they're so far removed, right? I mean, that's just like if you talk to a child, a lot of times they have these kid problems, and as an adult, you're just kind of thinking like, I mean, what you're saying, like, doesn't even matter. Like, I don't even know how to have a conversation with you about it because I'm so far removed, right? So that's just kind of an analogy of how sometimes, and the reason why I really wanted to get this in at this point in my life is because I almost feel myself kind of shifting away from knowing the bare essentials that are needed for someone that needs to be successful. Right? Because I've been doing this for so long that things that seem normal to me or seem common knowledge to me are not anymore, because I've been doing them as a habit for so long. And so I'm trying to teach the stuff that I do now before I forget it, or before I'm just too overwhelmed to actually teach the basic steps, the basic books, the basic concepts and laws that get someone to where they need to be. Another disclaimer that I want to put out there is that this is not really going to be a business course. This is more of like a success coaching, motivational, inspirational, actionable items to do right now with your business idea or finding your passion. But I'm not here to like teach a business course, right? So like basic principles in like marketing, basic principles in accounting, basic principles in business plans. Like I just can't go over all of that, right? So one of the things that you'll constantly hear me talk about is just seeking knowledge. Like I really feel like that is, if not one of the biggest things, is that if you don't know something, you have to go out and find it. You have to keep looking and keep looking and keep looking until you find it, right? So if you're saying, I don't really know how to build a business plan, or, I don't really know how to design a business card. Like these are things that are just like so simple to me, because I was like in business school almost 10 years ago that like I can't even remember to tell someone, right? So there are some basic steps that may be prerequisites even for my blog, right? Or if I'm saying something that you don't understand, if I use a term, that you don't understand, go and Google it. You can pause all of this stuff and go and Google it, right? You can shoot me an email and I'll answer emails once a day in the evening, And so that's just another disclaimer in terms of this is not going to be like super basic business. I just want to say thank you for all the people that have actually supported me up until this point. This is like something that, I mean, it has taken me almost 3 weeks to get to this point of even doing my first vlog, just because my mind is racing. I have so much content, but really I just been nervous as hell, right? So, you know, I had a lot of confirmations that even happened today. I got like 3 emails with people just like that don't even know me, that are saying things that just made me confirm like this is something that I need to do. This is something that I want to do. So thank you in advance for all those people that always email me and just let me know how what I may be posting on social media has impacted your life and your decisions and your business. You know, thank you to my family and friends that have supported me up until this point. You know, and let's get started. It's go time. I'll see you all on the inside. Have a good one.